चाओ चाओ दोस्तों, मेरा नाम है अजय मेनन। आपका स्वागत है मेरे चैनल में एएम टॉक स्पोर्ट। आज हम बात करने वाले हैं दोनों सेमीफाइनल्स, कोपा अमेरिका और यूरो 2024 में। बट वीडियो शुरू करने के पहले आई वुड वांट टू रिक्वेस्ट यू टू गो टू कैल्चियो चर्चा. Link is in the description. It is a channel created by me along with other Italian Serie A fans. और हम लोग मिले एड्रियानो डेल मोंटे को, जो जाने माने जर्नलिस्ट है। काफ़ी गेम्स उन्होंने कवर किया है, इंक्लूडिंग द फीफा वर्ल्ड कप इन कतर. बट ही इज़ अ Serie A एक्सपर्ट. ही इज़ द वॉइस फॉर Serie A फैंस इन इंग्लिश. तो वहाँ जाके ज़रूर चेक करिए एंड कैल्चियो चर्चा को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. तो विदाउट एनी फर्दर अडू, let's get into the video and let's talk about the semi-finals, guys. We are here. We're going to start with the Euros first, and obviously the big clash between Spain and France. यार बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग पाथ था इनका क्वार्टर्स में to get to the semis. Spain obviously beating the host nation Germany and coming out on top. Very interesting game. Extra time तक गई, but Spain were quite prevalent, and I think मेरे हिसाब से Spain have been one of the best teams to watch, if not the best team to watch in the tournament. मैंने पहले की वीडियोस में भी मैंने कहा है कि ये जो स्टाइल है स्पेन का बहुत ही रिफ्रेशिंग है. उनको इतने साल हमने देखा टिकी टाका को लेके उन्होंने डोमिनेट किया, लेकिन जब वो जो सिस्टम था, जो प्लेयर्स थे, जब चले गए, जब रिटायर हो गए, तो दे वर स्ट्रगलिंग अ बिट, दे वर स्ट्रगलिंग टू फाइंड द आइडेंटिटी. एंड आई थिंक विथ this new avatar of Spain, they've really found an identity. It has been a very direct approach, very fresh approach. You see Nico Williams taking on his man. You see Lamine Yamal, इतना potential है बच्चे में यार, 16 साल का बच्चा. Alvaro Morata बहुत flag मिलता है उसको, but he's been very good. Forget his goals and contributions. I really feel that he's a very pivotal part of the attack. And the midfielders coming to the fore. I think this has been the best Spanish midfield, dare I say, after the Sergio Busquets, Xavi and Iniesta. I mean, obviously वो level का नहीं है, but अगर आप three players को put वो midfield में अगर आप फेंके, तो this has been very good. At least for Euros, they have been the best midfield trio. Rodri तो है ही, आप लोग जानते हैं. अगर आप प्रीमियर लीग फैन है तो you must have seen him do wonders in the Premier League and even in Europe. But अगर मैं बात करूँ even Fabian Ruiz की, he has been quite a revelation. Obviously, I watched Fabian Ruiz very closely when he was at Napoli. Haven't followed him after he went to PSG, but obviously class तो है ही. And Pedri, क्या बोलूं यार, again very highly regarded talent from La Masia. Unfortunately got injured. Dani Olmo came in against Germany, and he ended up scoring a goal and getting an assist. So that's how the Spanish midfield is. France की अगर हम बात करें quickly, फ्रांस का यार मतलब कुछ बात करने के लिए है नहीं. They have been somehow they managed to reach to the semis without scoring a goal from open play. One penalty from Kylian Mbappe, and they've been reliant on own goals. It's a miracle that they're here, but obviously the French quality is there. It's just that ये स्टेज पे मतलब अगर यहाँ तक हम लोग पहुंचे, दे नो हाउ टू टेक अनदर स्टेप एंड गेट टू द फाइनल. मैं प्रेडिक्शंस एंड में करूंगा गाइस. एक बार मैं नेदरलैंड्स और इंग्लैंड का भी मैं थोड़ा सा प्रीव्यू करूँ, जो हमारा सेकंड सेमीफाइनल है. आई डू द प्रेडिक्शंस इन द एंड before heading to Copa America. So watch the video till the end, guys. I know अगर आप यहाँ तक आए तो I'm very thankful that you guys have been watching this video, liking it, sharing it with your friends, and of course subscribing to the channel. So really grateful. Second semi-final की बात करें, obviously it's between the Dutch and the English. Again, just to recap a bit, England taking the hard path, you can say, almost like they were on the verge of actually exiting in a way. Not, I don't think so. They thought that they were in danger, but that Bukayo Saka goal right at the end, really saving kind of a blemish. But एक पॉजिटिव की बात करें तो they actually overcame the fear of penalties. यार whatever said and done, I think इंग्लिश का जो एक माइंडसेट था, जो penalty shootouts में, they were probably the history and all the PTSD that they've endured. I think they finally managed to get rid of that. So England, भले वो last 16 में स्लोवाकिया में they were dependent on a Jude Bellingham wonder goal right at the end, and taking the game to extra time, or this Bukayo Saka equalizer in the quarters. to kind of like push it and come till here. They have ridden their luck, but I think right now Gareth Southgate has created that feeling that okay, last Euros में हम final तक आए, maybe this year we can go all the way. You never know, for England it could finally be that time. अगर मैं डच की बात करूं तो दे वर क्वाइट इम्प्रेसिव अगेंस्ट टर्की इन देयर क्वार्टर्स. ये डच टीम थोड़ा controversial है. I mean, a lot of people have a different opinions, but you can't deny the fact that they've made it to the quarterfinals after 2008. So massive achievement and kudos where it's due. Ronald Koeman has come under a lot of criticism, obviously, for his style of play, for his choices, but I think it has paid off. If they've reached the semis, it definitely has paid off. So the Dutch का एक चीज है, they never give up. They might concede a goal, but I think they always fight back. So England and Netherlands, I think, is going to be a very interesting game. Not a lot of goals, but from a pure tactical point of view, it's going to be very very interesting to see Southgate and Ronald Koeman. ठीक है, प्यूरर्स बोलेंगे नींद आएगा, बोरिंग रहेगा, बट आई फील दैट दिस विल बी स्लाइटली एलिवेटेड बिकॉज the Dutch are a team who like chaos and they bring chaos into that game. So it'll be very fun to see them take on England in the second semi-final. So before I head into Copa America, let me do a quick prediction. And right off the bat, मैं अगर बोलूँ कि the final that we as football fans deserve would be France versus Netherlands. But हमने पता नहीं क्यों कुछ तो पाप किया हुआ है. So the final that we deserve is Spain versus Netherlands. The final that we're going to get is England versus France. That is my strong feeling. I feel that however good Spain have been, however amazing they have been, maybe that experience at the big stage with these group of players who are probably playing in their first major tournament, barring Morata of course, but relatively it is young, and मेरे हिसाब से France will come through with that experience. In the other semi-final, again, the Dutch chaos hai, and they might implode at any time. I feel England again with that maturity and the tournament experience might win this. So the final that we are going to get is England versus France, and I hate to say this as I record it, but I think England can go all the way. It could finally be coming home this year. You never know. So that is it about the Euros. Second part में हम Copa America के बारे में बात करें, which has been again a very very crazy tournament, if not crazier than the Euros. Like I know the Euros have been a little bland this year. It's not been poor like a lot of people have been criticizing, but it has definitely been bland. But Copa America has been absolutely crazy, man. So let's get to the Copa America semi-final preview and then the predictions. So, bhai, Copa America has been absolutely crazy. A lot of goals, lots of red cards, a lot of drama. But that's how typically Copa America generally goes, But I have to give credit to Canada, and they've been probably a breath of fresh air in that tournament. Obviously, is saal Copa America and CONMEBOL and CONCACAF, actually both the continents and Central America, obviously all coming together, playing a larger tournament, and I would say a much TRP friendly kind of tournament. Although हम Indian viewers को तो कोई लाभ ही नहीं है because we don't have TV rights for the tournament. So we've been going online and watching some, I would say, for the lack of better word, some shady streams to see the games live. But yeah, I think Canada has been pretty impressive, and they take up Argentina, probably the biggest challenge. Group stage में also they played together. Again, let me not get to the scheduling part of it, but both the teams required penalty shootouts to come into the semis. Canada का तो मैं बात करूँ तो जो आप अगर जाकर देखो highlights, if you haven't seen the Solomon Rondon goal, my God, Canada were 1-0 up and they were attacking, and the keeper also was way ahead of his line. Rondon actually scored from quite a distance there. Again, no need for that because Canada were in front, but 1-1 हुआ. Luckily Canada came trumps in the penalty shootouts. And Argentina Ecuador की बात करें जो quarters का game था, again Ecuador scoring a late goal and taking the game into penalties, but unfortunately Dibu Martinez coming in clutch kind of saved Argentina's blushes. So it's going to be an interesting game between both of them. Obviously they've matched up against each other. So I would say कि Canada के लिए तो यार semi-finals पहुंचना ही बड़ी बात है. They've really really exceeded expectations. For Argentina, obviously, they started as tournament favorites. वो टैग तो रहने वाले हैं उन पे. काफी इंटरेस्टिंग सेमीफाइनल होगा. सेकंड सेमीफाइनल की बात करें तो I think this is one of the most tastiest clashes ever. across international football this summer, because एक तरफ you have Uruguay under Marcelo Bielsa who have been pretty impressive, and the other side mein you have Colombia, obviously with James Rodriguez finding his best form once again, and they've been a force to reckon with. Colombia, they've gone unbeaten for a very long time. So again, very different paths to the semi-final. Uruguay defeating Brazil on penalties, whilst Colombia एक आप बोल सकते हैं टूर्नामेंट सरप्राइज पैनामा थी, बट उनको तो 5-0 ब्लो कर they were just, I mean, too strong for Panama and reached the semis. So Uruguay versus Colombia is going to be the tastiest encounter मेरे हिसाब से. A kind of battle between two styles, kind of battle between two teams just starting there, I would say. Colombia तो already एक phase में है, but they're still kind of finding the groove in, you know, the big stage, whereas Bielsa and Uruguay have just started the new era. So it's going to be a very interesting clash between two kind of like upcoming teams from South America. So मेरे हिसाब से my pick of all the semi-final games, I know Spain versus France बड़ा game है, but I feel it's going to be Uruguay versus Colombia. It's going to be very interesting, and I think it's at 5:30 in the morning. I want to wake up and watch this game because worth it होने वाला है दोस्तों. तो प्रेडिक्शंस की बात करें कोपा अमेरिका की, अर्जेंटीना कनाडा, अर्जेंटीना विन. ये थोड़ा कंट्रोवर्शियल है. उरुग्वाय वर्सेस कोलंबिया, आई फील दैट कोलंबिया विल बीट Uruguay. I don't want it. I want Marcelo Bielsa to win an international trophy or a trophy of any sorts just because he's Marcelo Bielsa. But I just feel that it's not going to happen. I feel that Colombia are going to pull up an upset. I haven't seen the odds kya hai. I think it's going to be very evenly stacked, but maybe the pundits, maybe the fans would favor Uruguay and Bielsa, but I feel Colombia are going to come up trump, and it's going to be Argentina versus Colombia in the Copa America final. That is what is my prediction, and that is it for this video, guys. I think अगर आप यहाँ तक आए हो end of the video तक, तो मैं एकदम आभारी हूँ कि आप एक सच्चे fan हो of small Indian content creators, Indian football YouTubers. So really grateful. Hit the subscribe button, like karo, it helps the YouTube algorithm, and if you like this kind of content, of course consider subscribing and sharing it with your friends. It means a lot for a YouTuber like me. And do watch Adriano Del Monte's interview on Calcio Churcha, and content आते रहेगा यहाँ पे, so stay tuned. मैं अजय मेनन हूँ, host of AM Talk Sport. I'll see you guys in another video sometime soon. Until then, it's ciao from me.